that means you don't know 95% of all there is to know.
That's a lot you don't know.
Now, if you, by your own admission, only know 5% of all there is to know, and if by your own admission you don't know 95% of all there is to know, is it possible intellectually that God exists in the 95% of the knowledge you don't have? Intellectually, is that possible?
Sure.
And I saw these atheistic professors, Shawn, it was amazing. They were shaking their heads. They knew intellectually in their minds that that was a reasonable argument, that if I only have 5% of the base of knowledge and I don't have 95%, it is possible. Then I said to them, if you acknowledge that, you are not an atheist. Because an atheist says, I know for absolutely sure God doesn't exist. Now, what you're saying is that he may exist, but he may exist in the knowledge I don't have. Then I said, now I have another question for you. Let's suppose that in life there are only two alternatives. First, there is no God. You are here by evolutionary chance. There is no purpose for your life, basically, and you are an advanced animal, and you die. You go into the grave, there's nothing after, worms eat your body, your bleached bones, that's it. That's one choice. You struggle through life, you claw your way through life, you battle through life, some good things happen to you, some bad things happen to you, but that's it. On the other hand, in life, there is another alternative. There's a creator God that made you, that fashioned you, that shaped you. He loves you. He cares for you in life. And this creator God that fashioned you, that shapes you, that loves you, has a plan for you. And you can exist with him through all eternity. If you only had those two choices, that after death there is a marvelous plan, that not only is he here with you here, but he will live with you today and be with you. But through all eternity, he has joy and happiness and abundant life, and your mind can expand, and you can live life in the most productive way, and you can fulfill the reason for your existence. If you only had those two choices, what would you choose? If you only have two choices, and they said, Doctor would choose the latter. I said, if you would choose the latter, every reasonable person would. You're not an agnostic, you're a seeker, and that's why I came.
Amazing. Now, how did they react?
They reacted positively. We talked about how the great philosophers down through the ages acknowledged the need for God. Carl Jung, for example, who was not a Christian initially, or a believer, philosopher, psychologist, said, man does better if he acts as though God is there. Another psychologist said, if God did not exist, we would create him. Because deep within the human heart, there's that sense that there must be more in life, that there must be more. You know, and if you look at scientific law, Shawn, you look at biology, one of the fundamental laws of biology is that life begets life.
Right. So, yet, as I understand it, I mean, as Darwinism made its impact on society in the 19th century, as people started to find reasons to dismiss the existence of God, they came up with a scientific absurdity.
Sure.
They said life must have come out of mineral.
Right.
Life must have come out of a primordial broth. Mm-hmm. Is it possible? It's just not possible.
See, and the evolutionist said, given enough time, it is possible. See, that's their big argument, time. But if you look at biology number 1, fundamental biology, Biology 101, it says, life begets life, that non-living things do not produce living things. But evolution says, given enough time, non-living things will produce living things. I remember I was checking into a hotel here in the United States, and the person behind the desk and I got a little acquainted, and I had stayed at that hotel for about 3 weeks. I was on actually an itinerary holding a series of Bible lectures. It was down in Orlando, Florida. So I got to know this